Hello there, it's Karen here. I'm back again, and I thought I'd just start you on the journey now with setting up my craft room. This is probably going to be a fairly short video. I may do a couple of parts to it, just to show you. I've made quite a bit of progress in just a few days. We've only been in here. I think I made the last video about I don't know. I've lost track of time. 3 days ago, maybe. But I've been in here quite a bit, and we've been doing lots of work downstairs. It's been very full on for the last few days, but I just thought I'd show you what the progress I have made, and each time I do, it looks a bit different, and I've made a bit of progress. I will film it and let you see how I'm getting on. The final craft room will probably be in the new year, because I'm going to want to decorate and do some quite big things, but I think in the short term, just getting it tidy and getting cupboards where they need to be. I've got some pictures on the walls. Can you see behind me? There's lots of hooks all over the place, so I'm just putting pictures randomly on the walls. They probably won't stay there, but at least it makes it feel a bit more friendly. So I'll turn you round and I'll take you on a tour so you can see how far I've got. It's been quite a change actually since 3-4 days ago, whenever it was the last film, the end of the last video that you saw. So this is the start of the new craft room. So I'll be right back. So this is as we come in the door. I'm using my selfie stick in case you hadn't guessed, which I did find when I was packing up, and it makes life a lot easier for holding the camera. So this is the corner where the printer cupboard. The printer should be on there. At the moment it's the telly. I've started to fill up this Kallax unit. So in here I've got some 12x12 albums. There's still a bit of space at the bottom. And I've decided I want to put, at least for the time being, all my journals are going to be right there. It's just nice to have them out. They may go on a shelf when I get some up, but at the moment it's nice to have them there and have them on view. Behind me is mostly empty boxes. There are a couple of boxes still waiting to be unpacked. And if we pan around past the door, empty boxes there, still to be unpacked there. But the other Kallax unit, I'll just come around so you can see, is now in the corner where all that pile of boxes was. So you can see this is how high the room goes. So I've got a picture that I want to put on that hook there. If you can see that up on the wall. There's my mum. Hi mum. And so the Kallax, and then the smaller cube unit that I got from Argos, they're nestled against that wall, and I think that works really well. So I've started to fill this space, but there's lots more to go. So the box pile, if I turn around again, is going down. So there's some boxes there to be unpacked. That space there, where the curtains are going to go, I'm going to replace them with blinds at the windows. The curtains will have to go. They're far too long, because under that window I want to put I used to call it my project table. The little white table is now going to be my sewing table and die cutting table. So there is a socket under there hidden by the curtain. So I'm going to put a table there, and my sewing machine and my die cutting machine are going to go on there, which I think will be great to have that just all set up all the time. And then there's still a few more boxes here next to the Kallax. I've still got more waiting to be emptied. So, but they're just, hang on, I'll come around and you can see, right, and there's my cardstock. Now this unit is beginning to fill up. This is going to be behind where I sit. So I want things in this unit that I'm going to use the most, that I'm going to reach for a lot. So I should probably, it's already different to what it was, and it may change again. As I unpack things, I'm just popping them in there. They may not be their final resting home, but at least it's a start. And coming around, there's my desk now set up under the window with my chair. And right next to it, I've put next to it, this is all my Christmas. This is my Christmas box and my Christmas journal from last year. This is what I want to be working on during the course of the rest of this month. Because at the moment I'm on the November, what day is it today? 10th? I think it's November the 10th today. it's hard to keep track of the time. It's going so fast, and all we're doing is unpacking boxes. So I didn't come up here at all yesterday. I don't think I did anything in here yesterday. We were trying to set up the kitchen. My husband's on a mission to empty every box that we own, which is massive. I mean, we have so many boxes, but he's doing a great job, and we've got the kitchen pretty well as we want it. We've got the bedroom sorted, and so I thought I'd spend some time in here just trying to get this a little bit more settled. There's there's things to be sorted on the desk, but I'm getting there. And there's my Rascog next to it, and then the Alex drawers, which is over there. That may move, I'm not sure yet. And then coming round here, mainly there's more boxes. There's loads of empty containers that I've just been emptying out. I'm starting to put stuff in my cupboard. All empty containers at the top. It's little dishes. I can't believe how many little dishes I have. Little pretty dishes and baskets and all sorts, and then more empty things. So they're just going in there. Sorry, I hope I'm not spinning around too fast. And there's another pile of boxes here of things that I'll get to eventually. I think there's some fabrics and my box of packaging, I think, is one of these boxes. So yeah, there's still a lot to do. The Alex drawers are here. Sorry, this may look really weird. It's hard to know how best to do this because it's such a strangely shaped room. I've got a couple of pictures up on the walls there. Go around past those cupboards. Clock is up here. Another funny little thing. I've just been hanging things as I could on hooks that were already there. The walls are a pale green. It's okay. It doesn't offend me. Just be nice to have a colour of my choice, but at least I can live with it. It is anaglypta, which I don't love, but I think it's going to be too big a job to actually try and take it off. Although I have to show you on this wall here, seems to be coming off by itself. I may have helped it a little. So there might be a bit of peeling off to do of wallpaper at some point. But I think when it's all settled and everything's in and all the boxes are gone, I'm going to have loads of space in here. I wonder what to do with myself. I'll have so much space. But I am going to very much enjoy, sorry, spinning you around once more, sitting here in this lovely sunny window and crafting. And I'm hoping to do it fairly soon, as I say, working on my Christmas journal from last year. And what I'll probably do, I imagine, if I can get it done, my first crafting video that I'll actually make at this desk will be a flip through and an update of our moving trauma. Or yes, it was a difficult time, shall we say, that we weren't able to move in when we expected to, and I will leave it at that, and I will fill you in when I do make my first actual sitting at the table video. But this is the craft room as it is now, and I'm sure next time I do this, I'm hoping I'll have my all these boxes will have been moved or cleared, and I'll have my sewing table in that space there, and maybe all of this will be filled up too. So I'm working on it, and I'll be back in a few days, and I'll add that bit on to the end of this video just so you can see a little bit more of how it's going. So I will just say ta-ra, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. So hello, I'm back once again. It's a couple of weeks later, and there's been quite a bit of progress in here now. It's not finished, but it's as good as it's going to get for a little while. So I'll just give you a final little tour round for this video, because I think the next video is going to be the full craft room tour, and that's probably going to be in a few months' time when I've actually had a chance to decorate and get the blinds up at the windows and things like that. But for now, I think the craft room's probably as good as it's going to be before Christmas. So I'll just start in this corner as usual by the door. Now, I have still got my couple of pictures on the walls. The pictures on the walls are all fairly random, and they won't be staying there, but they're there for now. This pile is stuff that's all going to go on my new shelves when we get them up. and that might not happen for a week or two, so I've just got those there ready to unpack. Printer's up and running, which at last. We've just got our broadband sorted, so it's a bit of a relief because the printing has been a bit hit and miss, and mostly miss. I've got this Raskog full. It's got some pictures on the top, and I might move things, but for now they're there. And it's full of mostly of scrapbook albums and some journals, some of my big encyclopedias, and some more journals and mostly scrapbook albums at the bottom. So that is now full. And if I span round, there's my table now set up with my sewing machine and my die cutting machine all ready to go. That's lovely. I'm so pleased with that, because that's going to be so handy just to be able to pop across and sew things when I need to. Couple of boxes here. The bottom one is waiting to be unpacked. The one on top has just got Christmas presents that I'm beginning to collect, mostly for Alyssa. So I'm just going to put my Christmas presents in that box there. So this Raskog is also now full. It's got a whole variety of bits and pieces on the top, including the Lego book cradle that Richard made me for Christmas last year. And then I have unpacked all my mixed media stuff, some old books. There's variety of papers and goodness knows what. It's just rammed. These two units are now absolutely rammed full of a whole load of stuff, mostly paper and mixed media. And then at the bottom, I've got on the right hand side there is some fabrics. I've got laces, and then all my sprays are in that just under the drawer unit there in the corner. I've tucked those away down there, but they're very easy to get at. So this is now absolutely full, and I'm quite pleased with that. Everything's visible, and I've got my art journal there and a load of mixed media stuff tucked around in various places. Right, so I'm just going to span around. There will be hopefully soon a blind up at this window, and again at that one because it gets very bright in here. I've now moved my clock, so that's up there so I can see it, which I couldn't when it was on the wall before. Richard put it up there for me. Okay, so just come around. I'm sorry about it's such a funny shape, this room. It's a bit awkward to get it all in one go. So there's the Raskog, and now I've got my little like a little unit there. First of all, I was going to say I thought I didn't need it in here, but I've actually now filled it with all my sewing bits and pieces, threads and things for the sewing machine, and my die cuts, or my dies, should I say, to go with the die cutting machine. So on the top, I've got my sewing basket and my sidekick, so that kind of tells you what's inside the cupboard. Anything to do with sewing or die cutting are now all in this cupboard. And then coming across to my very tall unit, which I think is probably going to change several times over the course of the next few weeks, just because I'll decide I don't want things where they are. But at the moment it's pretty full. And this shelf here has got all my Christmas stuff on it. So there's some Christmas ephemera that I've made. There's got all my washies and a variety of bits and pieces. There's a box of tags and some trims and ephemera and all sorts of bits. So everything to do with Christmas I've managed to squeeze onto this shelf. So of course after Christmas this will now free up and I'll be able to get some more things on it. And there is room here and there elsewhere on this unit, so I'm sure it'll all be filled up before too long. The Alex drawers have been moved round to face forwards. I don't know if you remember, I had it facing sideways on in that position, but I got Richard to turn it round so that when I swivel round from my chair, which is right here, I can just get at the drawers and pull things out. I've just made everything really, really handy for me from my desk. And here on my desk, as you can see, I've been working on my Christmas journal from last year. I have got quite a bit more to do, but I have got as far as Christmas Day. So all my photographs and all my papers and things to do for doing that is in that basket. So I'm going to be working on that over the next few days, and hopefully I will be able to do a little flip through of that fairly soon. We will see how that goes. And then we come here. This is where there's a few more things waiting to be unpacked. So there's the top box is more Christmassy stuff. That's not to do with journaling. That's just to do with making cards that I'm going to send, and there's labels in there for putting on presents. So it's not really crafting stuff, it's just general Christmassy stuff. But there is a box underneath which will need to be unpacked. My Raskog is there. It's not going to stay there, but it's there for now, out of the way. Alex drawers, not sure where that's going to end up, but at the moment it's fine right there, and it's got loads of stuff on the top of it. I'm hoping that all this wall here, you can see along here, it's a bit dark, I know, in that corner, but that's where I'm going to put some shelving. We have plans for doing going to IKEA and getting some shelving for this wall, and another sort of desk extension to go along there. So all of those things in that corner are going to have to move, because there's going to be a desk there, or like a bit of worktop really, that's just going to add a little bit of workspace for me. So this corner is really, it's a bit of a glory hole really. There's all the stuff that I still have got to deal with, but a lot of it is empty containers, or some of it is stuff that will have to go where the Christmas stuff is living at the moment. Yeah, so there's still a few bits and pieces. They're all just empty dishes and baskets and things that I use in the course of, you know, on projects when I need extra little things to put bits and pieces in. So I'm going to try, hopefully there's going to be another shelf in that cupboard there, so that I've got somewhere to put some of these things just out of the way. So yeah, there's a bit of work to be done, but it's a lot better than it was. Oh, and I have to show you this. This is my new ribbon storage, and all I did was I actually did some work on this before I moved. I cut some pieces of card and made some slots. I'll show you. I'll get this one. I painted the card in the colour I wanted of the ribbon to use for for that colour ribbon. So obviously all these are turquoise ribbons, and I just used my little slot punch to make that sort of long slot at the top, and then used my hole punch to do a little loop, and then I've just threaded all my ribbons through for that colour, and I've put a double-sided tape on the back to secure them. And then I bought these they're kind of stick-on, where are we, sorry, stick-on hooks. They're ones that you can remove and move somewhere else, and they just sticky back, but you can't put them on wallpaper or on paint, but you can easily put them on the side of a cupboard. So I've done them all my ribbons in the different colour schemes and on their piece of coloured card, and stuck them all on the side of this unit, and I quite like that. And they're just, I can just chop a piece off if I want it, or pull a whole piece out and use it. So I've got most of the ones I would use, I think, on this side, and then on the other side I have got a couple more that I couldn't fit on. Walk with me around the other side. I don't know if I'll put anything else on here, but I've got the white and cream ones, and then all the sort of yellow and black, and just the odd colours I've only got a few of, just on that last one, so I've just got them there. But I quite like that. You can just sort of say, right, well, I know what colour I want, and just chop a piece off if you want to. So there we are. That's my space, and you can see how sunny this is going to be in the summer, because this is now, well, late November now. We're getting to the late November, and when the sun comes out in here, it is really strong. So I am going to have to get some quite good quality blinds up here for when the sun comes in, because it's right in your eyes. Although this morning when I got up, it was absolutely tipping down. It was hideous out there, and you know, black sky, pouring with rain, and then suddenly the sun came out, and look how beautiful it is out there now. So yeah, so it's going to be a nice place to work. It's going to be nice and light. It's a lovely room. It's just a bit quirky shape-wise, and with its various little weird bits because we're in the roof. But I think I'm going to really enjoy working in here. So this is the last video I'm going to make on this for now. As I say, when I've managed to get the shelving up, probably get some new flooring down. We did see some flooring this week that might work for me. It was a vinyl flooring in various colours, but it had a sparkle in it. Can you believe that? Floor with sparkle. And we just said to me, I think that'd be quite a good one for your craft room, sparkly flooring. So you never know, I might end up with a sparkly floor. and I want to redecorate. Can't decide what colour to do at the moment, so it'll take a little while to get this room absolutely how I want it, but I think for now it works, and that was the main thing. I've got most of my stuff unpacked. I've got my sewing and die cutting station, which is great. All my stuff is accessible and easy to find, so I'm really happy with this room now. So thank you very much for joining me for this last little section, and I will see you again soon. Hopefully I'll be doing a crafting video before very long, doing a bit of Christmas crafting. Don't know how much I'll get to do because Christmas is getting pretty close, and I'm getting quite busy with various things, so I would like to do maybe a couple before Christmas. We'll see. So thank you very much for joining me today, and bye for now. Bye.